Hey everybody, I'm David with Bolivar Live and welcome to 2025. I'm here with Norma Smalley. We survived. We're kicking off another one.
Survived the holidays, and survived the new year, the first few days. So yeah, it's all good.
Cabbage and black-eyed peas?
Always.
I mean, that's like a
Oh my
given,
gosh.
isn't it?
Oh my gosh, if I would go broke if I did it. I mean, the cabbage is for money, the peas are for good luck. I mean, if I didn't eat cabbage, my business would dry up.
Speaking of business, let's talk about 2025 and this time of year. You know, in one of the other shows last week or the week before, you said, you know, people always say, oh, I'm just going to wait till the first of the year because it's August or November, and they say, well, I'll just wait till the first of the year. Well, it's here.
Yeah.
So what should people start doing if they've thought about getting into short-term rentals, or they're looking for a family beach house? A lot of people buy beach houses so that their family has a place. What should they start now? Because we're here in January.
Yeah, I mean, and excuse me, traditionally, Januaries have been very, very good for me as far as sales because, like we said, people waited to the first of the year to buy or sell, and so it's not. I mean, not everybody, but I mean, it's the mindset of going to a new year, making decisions on big purchases and so forth. But yeah, it's really the best time, the first of the year. I always say because. And I know we talked about this weeks ago, that it's the competition is less. If you're going to be listing, it's really the best time. If you're a buyer, it's
a buyer's market.
Yeah, I mean, right now, sure.
300, and I think the last market report we did was 340 homes. Surely.
Somewhere around there, yeah.
Yeah.
But like you, okay, sorry to interrupt, but like you were saying, I mean, people need to get their stuff together, okay?
Right.
So you're already getting ready to do your taxes for April. I mean, you'll have your 1099s coming in at the end of the month, if you're 1099, and then you should have received your W-2 or W-4, whatever it is, I can't remember, at W-2s. And so you should know about what
price range.
Yeah, roughly, but you need to go meet up with a lender to figure out the true hard number and
get pre-qualified more or less.
And if you need someone, a recommendation, you can always call me because I work with amazing. I've worked with them for almost 20 years, these lenders. And I would never recommend anybody that couldn't get you to the finish line or tell you that you need to wait or whatever.
And I've talked to some of them. They really work hard and tell you what you need to do to make the best option for you.
Yeah, it's very, very smart because you don't want to go out looking at homes blindly,
right?
And then fall in love with something that's truly amazing, your dream home, and then realize you can't afford it.
Right.
Then you're wasting your time, you're wasting the seller's time, and you're wasting the agent's time. So it's not a very good decision to do that.
Well, and when we had one of your lenders in here, I said something about what you think you can afford or what you know you can afford and what a lender knows you can afford. It's all about ratios.
Yeah.
And so getting that ratio down, you know, to know where you stand is the best thing to do. And it points you in the right direction.
Well, and think about this though, it's the cool thing about it, if it's going to be an investment home, like a rental, putting it in a rental program, the lenders use that money. They take that under consideration when you're purchasing a home down here. So you may not think you could qualify, but if you add in the rental income, you might be able to afford a
most of
different
these
home.
homes you can request rental history, and they give it to you.
Yes, and I always recommend. I mean, let's do the due diligence on these homes. You get the rental history, you get the flood, the windstorm, the home insurance,
the costs and incomes.
All of that, and then find out what the utilities run. So you go in well educated and you can run hard numbers to see where you're going to be, what your payment's going to be, your PITI we call it, your principal, interest, taxes, and insurance. So you know what that's going to cost you, and then you look at the rental income from the previous owner, and you just kind of run numbers to see how it jives.
It gives you an idea. Great.
Yeah. So it's really, let's get out here. 2025. Let's make it a great year. I mean, it's going to be a fabulous year.
I know.
have no doubt it's going to.
Everyone I've talked to, their whole mindset's changed. And you and I talked about this, and I heard about it at the Christmas market back then to November. We know where we're going now. Let's just put our best foot forward and kick open the door and say, hello, world.
Yeah, like you were saying, we have some stability. We know the direction now, and so, which is good. But more importantly, I wanted to ask you, did you get everything you wanted for Christmas?
I get it. You know, it's one of those things where it's just me and Chris. And when it's just you two, you sort of buy.
I know.
You know, she does. I got to say one thing about Chris, my wife. Her and my mom go shopping, and we've spent extra time with Mom this year because she's 91. She's going to be 92 in April, and they go out on these shopping sprees. But they're both so tight that they come
That's
home.
not a spree.
No. But they come home with these bags because my mom will save coupons and double coupons.
Oh, bless her heart.
And they come home with these bags, and I'm like, oh God, what did that cost? Oh, I only spent $22.50. And it's like they pay them to take stuff. But Chris and I have a deal where you buy a pair of shoes, you get rid of a pair of shoes.
Oh my gosh.
You buy a shirt, you get rid of a shirt, because I wear a pretty simple wardrobe. Shorts, shirts, flip-flops. I have one little area that I get to hang my shirts up in. And Chris has her closet, my closet, the wardrobe, everything.
Typical. That's typical down, in any home. But I mean, that's very, very typical.
All I wanted for Christmas was to have a good time up at my mom's house.
And the older we get, it's more about family.
Yeah.
It really is. But I mean,
and to get away, because I haven't had really a vacation since before the pandemic. It's been 4 or 5 years.
Oh my goodness.
And so, man, I'm hardcore Bolivar.
I know you are.
And so.
And getting things sold and movement.
That's right. Get people down here, and that's what we're bringing back some things for 2025 that we really haven't done since the pandemic, because we were so busy during the pandemic for 3 years, more or less, and now it's back to normalcy. We saw the second half of 2024. So like we've got rack cards out with all the events. We're doing some TV stuff. We've upped our game on our Roku and Amazon Fire TV on Bolivar Live TV. And so we're really monitoring. We've always done it, but it's all about numbers, and so we're monitoring websites and doing new things on social media, and so I'm excited. I'll probably drive Mary, Kathy, and Anthony crazy before we get to summertime, but man, I'm ready for 2025. I'm looking forward to it.
Oh my gosh, after last year, it's pretty dismal.
That's right. It's been a tough year. Well, the other thing is, we lost the 2 busiest weeks of the year.
From the hurricane.
1 week completely because no power. And then really the second week, we lost it more or less. And July is one of those months where it's a make or break. When you lose the 2 busiest weeks of the year, you can't make it up.
Yeah.
All you can do is rearrange, and that's sort of what everyone's doing to tick off, and so we're looking for 2025 to be a good year.
I'm pretty optimistic.
I know you and I've had several conversations about just in the last couple weeks, phone calls and people's attitude.
Oh, their attitude, yes. Yeah, I'm very optimistic. And I think that's pretty normal for people the first of the year with their resolutions and so forth. I'm not a big resolution person because I can't keep them.
Well, like I was talking to Prestige, and he said, man, we're kicking off the year with 4 new custom builds. He said, man, I can't think of a better way to kick off a year than
My goodness,
setting
that-
pilings for 4 homes.
So see there, I mean, people are already making
Yeah,
decisions.
he said
and
they've
it's-
pulled the plug, and talking
love
to
it. I
some of
love
the
it.
lumber yards, I just think it's going to be a good year. But it's going to take a little bit of time to get the momentum going. I don't think the first quarter, and
Oh,
we
no,
might
no.
start seeing
No,
stuff in the second,
I
but I think the
disagree.
third and fourth quarter.
I disagree. We'll see. I mean,
We'll
we'll
see.
see what the numbers
I hope
reflect.
you prove me wrong.
We'll see on the market report, the numbers, the
Yep.
trend. We'll see how it's going. But I'm anxious to see how it goes because I feel very, very optimistic about
Good.
it. But more importantly, I need to go back to your comment that you were saying about getting a shirt or getting a pair of shoes and then what? I could never do away with a pair of shoes.
Well, we've got to have room. I don't have a 2,000 square foot house with a lot of cabinets.
Well,
I've
I
got.
understand, but Mike, you can get
Look,
creative. And
Chris watches
but your
these, and I don't
flip-flops,
need.
They are like the soles of them are like so thin you can see the print,
I
your
get
toe
every
print
mile
through
out of my flip flops I can
You
get.
can feel the concrete burning.
So, welcome to 2025 in the Upper Texas Coast Bolivar Peninsula. I look forward to the coming shows with Norma and Cobb Real Estate, showing you homes, talking about homes for sale, talking about property, maybe helping you find a new home, investment property, but we can do it here. So, Norma, thanks for joining us.
Yes.
Welcome to 2025. Until next time, I'm David with Bolivar Live. Y'all have a great day, great week. Come see us. God bless, and bye-bye.